All right, let's talk about grid references. A grid reference, much like an area reference, is a coordinate system that we use on a large scale map. That's a map of a small area. And what we want to use that for is to locate things where we can't use systems like latitude and longitude. So what is a grid reference? Well, it's essentially an area reference with a bit more detail. So it's got 6 digits, not just 4. The first 3 digits tell us how far east we move on the map, with the third digit telling us how far within the area square we move east. That'll make a bit more sense in a moment. The last 3 digits, 4, 5 and 6, tell us how far north we go, with the last digit, the 6th one, showing us how far north within a square we move. Here's a sample I've got before we look at some practice questions. So I've taken one of these area squares and I've placed it on here with some fake numbers, and I've put a location dot. If I was going to figure out the grid reference, I'd start down the bottom of the whole map, and I still want to find the coordinates for the bottom corner of the square. So we're using the area reference, but we're adding an extra layer of detail. So I've gone east until I've hit the line 1, 2, and then I want to say to myself, from the 1, 2 line to the 1, 3 line, how many more tenths of the way across do I need to move to line up with this point? You'd think about it as millimeters between a centimeter on your ruler. So if I, or at the 1, 2 line, and I still need to move east to exactly line up with my location dot, I might draw myself, and I've drawn these in here in pink, little markings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 being halfway, 6, 7, 8. So in this case, I'm about 8 tenths of the way further across, or further east. So in this case, I've gone to the whole number, the line 1, 2, and then I've gone another 8 tenths of the way across. So at the moment, I'm sitting right here. Now I need to know how far north I'm moving. So I've moved north up to the line 7, 7, and then between the line 7, 7 and 7, 8, how many more tenths of the way further north do I need to move? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 6, 7? I'm going to go with 7. So I would say I'm going 1, 2, 8 east and 7, 7, 7 north. Let's have a look at some practice exam questions. So I'm using my map that I used in my area reference guide. So it's a little bit messy. I apologise. Question 1. What is the grid reference for point A? Now point A I can see on the map here. I'm going to circle it in orange. Hopefully that stands out to you. So if you didn't see the area reference video yet, the edge of the map didn't have a value on it. But if we looked at the pattern, 26, 25, 24, the edge of the map's value would be 23. So remember, part of the grid reference is first of all finding the coordinates for the bottom left corner of the square you want to refer to. So start at the bottom left, and I go east as far as I can until I line up with this point. I don't actually move east at all then, do I? So the grid reference starts with 2, 3. I just realised how bad that colour looks on the paper background. Starts with 2, 3. And then I want to decide how many more tenths of the way across from the 2, 3 line towards the 2, 4 line do I need to move, so I'm in line with point A. So I'm going to draw again on here my little dashes, remembering that halfway is a fifth of the way, 5 tenths of the way. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is halfway, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is actually the new line. So how many more tenths of the way east do I go? I'd probably say about 8 tenths. So I've gone across to 2, 3, and another 8 tenths across. So I'm at the moment here on the map. I want to get up to there. So I need to then move north. I go up to the line 7, 6. If I'd gone up to the line 7, 7, I've gone too far north and bypassed point A. So now I'm at this point. I'm at right here. How many more tenths of the way further north do I need to move? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is halfway. 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to say I'm just over halfway, so 6/10 further. 2, 3, 8 east, 7, 6, 6 north. Can you see how I've written the 6 digits in a row? There doesn't need to be a comma or spacings between them. Question 2 is multiple choice, and all we're going to do with this one is try and find the most correct answer. Which grid reference could be used to locate point E? Here's point E. So the first thing I like to do when I see grid references is just to double check that they haven't put the northing numbers, in this case they're the numbers which start with a 7. If they're ever listed first, then that's instantly a wrong answer because it's written the wrong way. We always put the eastings first, not the northings. In this case, they all start with a 2, so they've at least put them in the right order. All we've got to do is, through a process of elimination, find which one helps us locate point E. So point E is in this box, so I know that my number needs to start with a 2, 3. So if any of these numbers don't start with a 2, 3, they're out straight away. Number B, letter B, starts with a 2, 4. Wrong. So I'm left with A, C and D. So I'm going to do my little process again. I start here at 2, 3. So my answer I'm looking for starts with a 2, 3. How many further tenths east between 2, 3 and 2, 4 do I need to move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is halfway. 6, 7, 8, 9. I didn't space that out very well, but I'm probably looking for about 9. 2, 3, 9. Let's have a look. Do any of these look particularly close? We've got 2, 3, 9 and 2, 3, 8. That's too close to call at this point, but A says 2, 3, 4. That looks like it might line up with point F a bit more. So I'm going to suggest that's wrong. So I'm narrowing it down to these two. So the next step is to figure out the northings. These are these numbers which increase in value as you move north. We've got to find out what the bottom of the map's value is. I can see that they go increase by 1 starting from 75, 75, 76. But if I go backwards, I'll find out that the base of the map is actually valued at 74. So let's check that on our answers. Yep, the next two numbers in both their answers are 74. So my last step is between the line 7, 4, the base of the map, and the next line up, how many tenths further north do I have to move? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is the new line. So it looks to me, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's about 5/10 of the way. Are either of these answers left similar or exactly the same as my one? Well, this one ends in a 2 and this one ends in a 5. So if I cross that one out, let's just triple check though. 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 9, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5. I think that's the most correct answer I'm going to get. With your third and sixth numbers, they're the tenths that we were talking about. You might be 1 or 2 off, depending on how precise the person who's written your question has been. That's it.